Good morning, everybody. This is Georgia here. It is 10:16 a.m. on Tuesday, October 13th, which is a rather significant day because today the infamous Mercury is going retrograde in Scorpio at 11 degrees 40 minutes. It will be stationary direct, meaning it stops its retrograde. Doesn't mean that it's all over, but it means it stops its retrograde. And that is on 11/3, which is the day of our U.S. presidential elections. It's going direct at 25 degrees 54 minutes of Libra. And it will then leave about a week or so later. We also have another biggie and an interesting thing going on is that Mars is also direct. Mars is in Aries, retrograde, and Mars is in Aries. And Scorpio is the old ruler of Mars. So they're going to be playing off of each other. Mars, which is the planet of war, and Mercury, which is the planet of communications. So there's going to be a war going on in communications. I think we're already seeing that in our political world going on. So Mars and Mercury will be playing off each other. Anytime a planet is retrograde, it's a redo. It means that it has to be looked at again. So it brings out those things that were repressed or hidden. So a redo in Scorpio is our hidden fears, secrets, power and control, death and regeneration. So that is what the sign of Scorpio rules. And Mercury is in Scorpio. So those will be issues that will be coming up. Hidden fears, we have a lot to be fearful for about right now, and that's going to get more and more prominent. Secrets, a lot of secrets are coming to the fore that we did not know, things we did not know before. And there's a lot that's coming out. Power and control, we have a massive power fight in this country right now going on, and for control. Death and regeneration is all part of the whole COVID. Death and regeneration can also be metaphoric death and metaphoric regeneration. The planet Mercury rules commerce, communication, travel, and technology. And personally, my technology has been going haywire. Crazy stuff going on. Very frustrating. And it started when it was in the stationary phase, and that was about a week or so ago, and I've been having nothing but trouble with everything, like electronic, iPads, apps. It's just been crazy, and I imagine it's going to get a lot worse. The purpose of this retrograde is to exorcise, and not exercise, exorcise our worst fears. So all of our worst fears are coming to the fore. They need to be dealt with, and we need to get past them. So it is a time of a transformation right now. There's like a violent transformation. It's like childbirth. Childbirth is a very violent thing that happens to our bodies, and it's almost traumatic in some ways, but yet new life is brought forth. So that's kind of like what we're in right now. So part of this Mercury retrograde is to let go of our old ways of communication. So if we communicate in a way that doesn't listen to other people, like communication involves both listening and talking. So if we communicate in a way that doesn't listen, then it's time for us to learn to listen. If our communication with our loved ones is skewed, if we communicate in a negative way, then it's time to change that. And that's the only way that things are going to go on and get better. You could feel suspicious and paranoid during these transits. It's just a natural part of Scorpio. Also manipulative. Skeletons in the closet will be coming out, and we've been seeing that in the American political scene. Skeletons in our political closet have been coming out. You know, things have been coming to the forefront. Books are being written. Taxes are being shown. There's a lot going on. Now, this coming right into the election, and on the exact date of the election, Mercury will be going stationary direct, which means that it's not moving forward, it's just stopped. So when it retrogrades, and it appears, it doesn't actually go backwards, but it appears to go backwards, and then it stops, and then it moves back over the area that it had already retrograded on. So that's all part of Mercury retrograde, and goes well beyond the period of time that you typically see, you know, on Facebook or whatever you're reading. Now, with the election, I've already done a podcast on it, but I think we can expect delayed results and a lot of problems with technology. So we probably, I think, will not know on November 3rd who our president is on the night of November 3rd, as typically we have in the past. Mercury is also retrograding in opposition to Uranus, which is the planet that stirs everything up. It's explosive, it's electrical. It's kind of like the thunderstruck tower in the tarot. And it's in opposition to it in Taurus. This is a time, and there's a 2-degree orb throughout most of the retrograde. Self-discipline is hard during this time. Our thinking speeds up. We become more psychic. You may receive unexpected news, surprising events, a feeling of anxiety, and people from the past. And funny that this is what it is, and I just am having today a Zoom reunion with my high school, people I haven't seen or talked to in about 150 years. So, you know, so it will bring people from the past. There's also going to be a Cardinal Square to the Sun, opposite Mars, and squaring Saturn and Pluto. This can bring out anger and violence. So this is difficult. It's going to be especially difficult for the cardinal signs of Libra, Aries, Capricorn, Cancer. Those are the cardinal signs, and they are going to experience this the hardest, which includes me. So self-care, really important. Find some soothing music. Take salt baths. Salt baths will remove negativity from your auric field. And use soothing crystals such as rose quartz. Don't use crystals that regenerate you or are active. You want very passive, quiet, calming crystals. There's a new moon on the 16th at 24 degrees of Libra. It joins the sun in the T-square. This is going to clear out old extinct ideas. It's a time to, maybe if your business isn't moving forward, to think about what thought patterns you have that hold it back, and move it forward. Careful of accidents. Accidents are very much possible during this time. Car accidents, especially with Uranus and Mars, and those are planets that bring sudden changes, sudden accidents, fights, arguments. Be careful. Also, not a good time for legal issues. I would try not to have to go to court during this period, or don't settle a case. Legal issues are going to be a problem, and this retrograde, especially with Mars, it's definitely going to be an issue. Don't schedule any elective surgery. I mean, obviously, if you have to have surgery that's urgent, then, you go ahead and do that. Avoid signing contracts. Pay attention to details. The saying, the devil is in the details, comes into my mind. So this is, typically your Mercury retrograde. However, it's going to be really intense because of Mars being retrograde in Scorpio, in Aries, and Mercury being retrograde in Scorpio, which is also the old ruler is Mars. So you see that there's a connection between the two of them. And you want to be careful. Just watch your words, watch your actions. Don't sign anything. So have a great day. Blessings to everyone.